I wanted to share with you some of my favorite fall and winter perfumes. And that's what we're going to do. I've kind of been like, I've kind of been on the hunt for fall and winter perfumes. I realized this year that I think my favorite seasonal fragrances are fall. I love dark, moody, sweet, but really deep fragrances. And I feel like fall kind of suits that. And so I've been sampling a lot of different perfumes. Some I love, some I didn't, but I wanted to share with you some of my favorites that I've tried this year. The first one I want to share with you is Born to Stand Out's Sugar Addict. This is one of the only full size bottles of perfume that I own. And so that's really a testament to how much I really love this. I originally bought samples of it, and then I bought larger samples of it, and then I bought larger samples still. And then at some point, I realized I just needed to buy the full bottle. This is an excellent elevated gourmand. It's not so on the nose like a baked good, but it still gives you that cozy aroma of being surrounded by sweets. I described this one in a previous video as smelling like a really old antique shop, and I still agree with that. It's warm from the cinnamon and sweet from the tonka and cocoa, but the rum adds dimension to it and deepens it. This has become one of my favorite perfumes of the year. I'm a little obsessed with it. It's like I have to hold back from spraying it on myself every single day. I would say it leans more fall, but I'll definitely still be wearing it all winter. What I also love about it is that it dries down to a really perfect vanilla. Like it just smells like a perfectly sweetened, spiced vanilla after it kind of wears for a while. I really like wearing it when I'm reading at night. It just kind of sets the mood for me. Like I just feel comfy and cozy and just really, really at home. Born to Stand Out also makes a body cream in this fragrance, and actually my husband kind of surprised me by ordering it the other day, and so it should actually be here in the next couple days, and so I'm excited to try that. The next fragrance I want to tell you about is Kerasene's Sweetly Known. I got it in a 5 milliliter after getting a smaller sample of it. This one I haven't been wearing as long as Sugar Addict, but it's quickly become a favorite of mine. I'm actually wearing it right now. Sweetly Known smells like a spiced frosted baked good, but with an unexpected cotton candy essence. There is a prominent cardamom note in this fragrance, so I don't think it's going to be for everybody, but to me, it's just like a slight twist on a classic gourmand. To me, this is just unique enough while still being very wearable. It's fun and festive, and something about this reminded me of writing in my journal as a young girl when I first smelled it. I've tried other kerosene fragrances that I didn't really care for, but this one is a treasure. I like this one, and I like Blackmail by them. But to me, this has kind of become an unexpected, everyday signature fragrance. For this time of year, at least. I would definitely recommend sampling this one if you're interested in the notes. Because like I said, I think that this one is actually kind of divisive. And so it's not like this just isn't going to appeal to everybody. So I definitely recommend sampling this one before you buy it in a larger size. The next fragrance I want to talk about is Osmanthus Nectar by Gucci. I think this is one of the only Gucci fragrances I've ever tried. And let me just say that this fragrance is incredible. Like, it's really hard to find fault with this fragrance. It smells like a perfectly juicy, sweet peach. If you don't know about osmanthus, it's a plant that grows as like a tree or bush, and it grows little buds that smell like peaches. They can be white or yellow. They're really pretty. When I was in college, there was an osmanthus tree outside of the English building where I frequently had classes. And I noticed that it bloomed in the winter, and I didn't know what kind of tree it was. And so I would kind of go out of my way to smell this tree. Like it was right outside the door of the English department. And so I would just make sure that I would just literally stop and smell the flowers. Like I'd never smelled a plant that had like such a beautiful aroma to it. Like I mean, like people like the smell of flowers and whatnot, but like to me, it just smelled so sweet and exactly like a peach. And I just found that so enticing. And I didn't know a plant like that would bloom in the colder months. And I found that also just kind of interesting. And so I tried to find out what kind of plant it was, but I don't think you could do like Google image searches yet. And so I couldn't really figure out what kind of plant it was. And so it actually wasn't until the last few weeks, after trying osmanthus nectar and like learning what an osmanthus plant looked like, that I realized that that was an osmanthus tree that I was smelling on my college campus those years ago. And now that I know what they smell like, I can identify them in other places. And so sometimes like I can smell them in my neighborhood. I couldn't quite pinpoint what plant that fragrance was coming from, but now I know. And so I know what an osmanthus looks like. And now I can smell them whenever I want. But, anyways, back to the perfume. What I love about this perfume is that it smells so clear. Like, it smells like a natural fragrance. Like, it doesn't smell synthetic. It doesn't smell like someone clearly made this in a lab. Like, it really smells like the plant. I love it. It's perfect. I would say it more so suits fall, but I mean, do you have to stick so closely to the seasons of a fragrance? I don't think so, especially when you're at home. But yeah, it's incredible. Like, and it projects a lot, and so you really don't need a lot of it. She's wonderful. This last one I wanted to share with you is also from Born to Stand Out. This is Drunk Maple. Drunk maple smells like a sweet campfire. If you're into woody, smoky smells, I think that you will really like this one. This one is like a combination of woody and gourmand, I'm sure, as you can infer by the name. I think that when I ordered it, I expected to smell like maple syrup. And like that is one of the notes in here, I believe, but this smells like sitting around a fire with friends on a very cold night. I would say that this pairs well with other gourmands like Sugar Addict. Like to me, this is kind of like an accenting fragrance. I don't typically wear this one by itself. I do sometimes, but I like the combination of Drunk Maple with Sugar Addict. I think that together they're like undefeated. I think that this is both fall and winter appropriate, but I would actually say that this leans a little bit more winter. Yeah, but she's great. I'm kind of re-experimenting with Brandt's London Fog. I bought a sample of that months ago, and it smelled good, but I didn't love how it developed on my skin. Not that it didn't smell good, but all of the more herbal notes were kind of lost, and to me, it just kind of smelled like amber. I do think that I'm a little bit sharper at detecting fragrance notes now, but also I realize now that if I just spray it on my clothes, then it won't really develop. So I can kind of preserve the bottled fragrance of the perfume a little bit more and not, have it mix with my body chemistry as much. That one smells really nice. It's like an Earl Grey lemon. I think that there is lavender in there. It's a very fall winter fragrance. It smells like that cup of tea. And I love London Fogs. That's my fall winter drink. I actually haven't had one in a while, but that's a really great drink to have in the fall and winter. But yeah, like it also kind of just smells like really clean cotton to me. Like it smells soft. I'm also trying out Dirty Milk by Born to Stand Out. I didn't dislike it when I smelled it, but I guess to me, what surprised me about it is that it smells like fat. Like it smells like butter. And like that isn't unlike the description. Like it is a milk fragrance. Like it is a caramel milk peppery fragrance. I actually don't get a lot of the spice from it when I smell it, but to me, it smells like butter. Like, it smells like butter. I don't know what else to tell you. And so I'm gonna give that one a few more wears before I kind of form my final opinion about it, but it smells like butter. I've also really been into The Maker by Dream. I sprayed that one for the first time and I was like, it's cool. But now that I've worn it a few more times, I think I am going to buy it in a 10 milliliter. She's really lovely. And I also want to try their Spiritus candle. Now, their candles are very expensive. And so, what I did was I ordered the Spiritus soap, which has the fragrance in it. So, when that soap comes in, I will, of course, use the soap, but I do want to just smell it and see if I'm interested in the fragrance enough to buy it in a candle. So, that's the plan with that. There's a TikToker that I watched, and she said that that was her favorite candle. And I feel like she has a lot of expertise with reviewing fragrances. And so when she said that, that made me want to try it. But yeah, those are some fragrances that I love and some fragrances that I'm trying out. And hopefully I like the smell of Spiritus. I hope you had fun hanging out with me. I had fun being here. You can follow me on TikTok at House Gustav. You can also follow me on Instagram at House Gustav Store. And you can sign up for my monthly newsletter at housegustav.com, where I talk about what's going on with me and I share monthly favorites. And I also give a little design advice without any real qualifications to do so. I hope that you have a lovely rest of your day, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye.